Hey everyone, welcome to my channel Traveling with Sumi, and today we are going to a town called Edinburgh.
Wait, Mom, what? Mom, what are you looking?
This is my bunk bed, which is known as McDricor.
This is Chivas Regal. This is one of the world's most famous whiskies. It's pretty commonplace.
Gavin.
Gavin, yeah. Alright, where are you from in America, Gavin?
Washington State.
Washington fucking State, Gavin. I love it, yeah. That's where like grizzly bears are snatching sand.
So मैं अभी हूँ लिवरपूल लाइम स्ट्रीट रेलवे स्टेशन पे, and now I'm waiting for my train to come, and it will arrive at 7:57 AM and it will depart at 8:12 AM. And this is how Liverpool Lime Street station looks. It's quite cold right now. It is around, I think, 6-degree temperature right now. And the good thing is today it is going to be sunny. So my train has arrived और मैं अभी ट्रेन के अंदर बैठ गया हूँ. इस ट्रेन का नाम है ट्रांसपेनाइन एक्सप्रेस, एंड ये जाएगी लैंकास्टर तक. फिर मुझे वहाँ से चेंज करनी पड़ेगी एडिनबरा के लिए. सो इट्स अ कनेक्टिंग ट्रेन, एंड दिस इज हाउ दिस ट्रेन लुक्स. It will leave in next 5 minutes. So I have now reached to Lancaster, and from now I will take a train to Edinburgh from here. It will arrive at 9:19 in next 4 minutes, and this is how this station looks. It's so sunny here. So I have arrived at Edinburgh now, and this is how it looks. Gorgeous. Now I am going to a hostel called Castle Rock. I have booked it online and I am gonna stay there for 2 nights. तो जो मेरा हॉस्टल है वो स्टेशन से 10 मिनट्स दूर है. इसका नाम है कैसल रॉक, एंड दिस सिटी इज़ क्वाइट ब्यूटीफुल. So I have arrived to my hostel, and I'm gonna put my luggage here and we'll go for sightseeing. This is the Castle Rock hostel, and that's the castle I'm gonna visit soon. That's the street, lawn market. So I have kept my luggage in the hostel. I'll show you the hostel when I will check in, because check-in time is 3 PM, and right now I am going to the Edinburgh Castle, which will take around 2 hours to visit whole castle. So let's see how it's gonna be. So that's castle is called Edinburgh Castle, and I'm gonna get inside at 1 PM. I just bought a ticket online. If you're gonna come here, it is better to buy a ticket online beforehand so that you can get the early entry tickets. We are now entering into the castle. So just now we saw a royal soldier firing a cannon. It was pretty amazing. I had never seen this before. So it was a nice experience. Now we are moving up on the castle. So this castle was supposed to be built in 12th century since King David's reign, and it was built on a rock called Castle Rock. And it is believed that there used to be a volcano like around 400 million years ago, and that's how this rock formed. And this palace or castle looks over whole Edinburgh. So this cannon is known as Mons Mag. It used to be a deadliest weapon in medieval time. It was built to destroy the walls of greatly built castles. So we are right now in St. Margaret's Chapel. Margaret was a queen who lived in 1000s, and it is believed to be the oldest building in this castle. St. Margaret's Gospel book. Quite small, but it used to be oldest building. They're supposed to be built in 1113. So here you can see the cannons lined up, and this wall is called Four Wall Battery, built in 1544. So this is a place where the last course death, black dinner, happened, where the Douglas brothers were charged for treason and beheaded. Now I'm standing in a queue to see crown jewels. They are kept in that building, so there's a queue for that. So we are now in royal apartment, and here the lineage of Scottish royal family has been displayed. The kings and queens reigned this country. So I just came out of crown jewels room, and there are three things which have been put on display: stone, crown and a sword. And these three things are used for coronation, and photos and videography is not allowed there, so I did not take any video or photo there. So right now I'm explaining that thing which I saw inside. So I am entering into the Great Hall. It was built in 14th century, and it was used as a place to do coronation. So in the castle there are two museums located. Museum of the Royal Scot and the Royal Scot Dragon Guard Regiment Museum. They're pretty good. Talking about history, wars they have fought. Takes a lot of time to visit these museums. Quite informative. But the information is only about the Scottish Army and British Army and the wars they had fought with France and America, Africa, and their colonies in India. So it's pretty good. If you are here, just go there. It won't take much time to look over it, but you can look it in a deeper way as well. Now I am going to a place called Prison of War, which is located again in Edinburgh Castle. So this used to be a prison during wartime.
Can't put it when you flap.
So that was Edinburgh Castle, and it was pretty huge. It's quite interesting, rich with history. 3 museums are there inside. One prison war is also there. So there's a lot to see there, and you should pay a visit there when you reach Edinburgh. And it took me around 2.5 hours, more than 2.5 hours, to see a whole castle and museums. And now I'm going to St. Giles Cathedral, which is around 5 minutes walk from here, and so let's go there. So this road is called Royal Mile Road. It's pretty amazing street and pretty amazing architecture as well. So before moving to the cathedral, I'm gonna get into this place called Gladstone's Land, which has been here since 1501, and think I'm gonna get a scoop of ice cream, which will cost me around 2.75 pounds. Looks pretty amazing though. So I got myself this Scottish tablet flavored ice cream from that store, and it's pretty good. So yeah, a little bit expensive, but it's still good. So this is called St. Giles Cathedral. Looks pretty amazing, the architecture especially. So let's get inside. So that was the 9th century St. Giles Cathedral. Pretty amazing. The exterior architecture as well as the interior architecture is quite interesting, quite amazing. The paintings on the windows and the statues and the chandeliers, all pretty amazing. And it opens till 6 p.m. so anybody who is visiting Edinburgh should visit this place and should not go after 6 p.m. because you won't be able to see it. So after visiting the St. Giles Cathedral, I am going to visit Scottish National Gallery, which is around 5 minutes walk from the cathedral, and I am walking now, obviously. This is the Bank of Scotland, which was established in 15th century in 1695. So I have reached to the Scottish National Gallery. It closes at 5 p.m. I hope that I will be able to cover the most of it. Obviously not all of it because it looks pretty huge. So this is it. So that was Scottish National Gallery. Pretty amazing. Lots of art there from different centuries by different artists. Lot to see, especially for people who are interested in art. It is a must-visit place, and it's free as well. So you can just go, and if you're not a fan of art as well, you just can go and see. So it's free. It's worth it. Now I am going to see the Scott Monument, and it says that you get the best view of that city from there if you are allowed to go on top. Let's see. So that's the Scott Monument. Looks pretty amazing. Quite old. The architecture looks good. That monument is closed, and also they charge £8 for an adult, which is, I think, quite expensive for me, and so I'm not gonna visit that tomorrow as well. And also I got a good view from the castle, so it's fine. And tomorrow I'm gonna go to a place called Calton Hill, which is going to be a very nice place, and it's located on a hilltop. So there also from there also I'll get a nice view, so it's fine. And right now I am walking back to my hostel. I'm gonna check in because the check-in time was 3 p.m. and also from there the hostel is arranging a whiskey tasting tour, since Scotland is famous for its Scotch whiskey. So I'm gonna do a tasting session, and it's gonna cost me £10, and let's see how it is gonna happen and how it's gonna go. So I have come back to my hostel, and this is my hostel, Castle Rock. Which is located pretty close to city center and close to other attractions. And my room number is 45, which is 10 bunks bedroom. Looks pretty dope. So this is my room for tonight. This is my bunk bed, which is known as McGregor, and it's a 10 bunk bedroom. Tomorrow I'll be shifted to 12 bunk bedroom because they don't have availability for tomorrow in this room. And it provides a good view from here of Edinburgh city. So pretty. The room is also decent. It costed me £17 per night, and the another room is costing me £16 per night.
The actual whiskey we're going to be having today. Has anyone seen this before?
Yes.
This is Chivas Regal. This is one of the world's most famous whiskies. It's pretty commonplace. It's, I would say, up there with Glenfiddich and Johnny Walker in terms of its international appeal. It's everywhere. So it's kind of like your Heineken in that sense. So it's a good whiskey. They have a very specific flavour, and it's a Scotch blend. So it's comprised of different distilleries coming together to create a unique flavour profile. And it's good. I like it. It's got hints of butterscotch when you taste it, so slightly sweet caramel flavour to it. And it became famous because they sponsored Frank Sinatra back in the 1950s, and so everywhere he went, and he was pretty famous, and still is pretty famous, and so everyone associates that with him. Being a hostel, I try and make it fun, just get to know each other, make it more of a fun experience rather than the intricacies of whiskey, because if you were to go to different distilleries on your time in Scotland, if you're travelling or if you're just staying for a couple of nights, they're going to be much more, they're professionals, whereas I'm working in a hostel. I try my best, I'm learning, this is also an experience for me, and it's really nice to meet new faces and for people to learn a bit about a very key and integral part of Scottish culture. And so yeah, I just wanted to say thank you very much for coming, really appreciate it, and yeah, Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you. So after a wonderful whiskey tasting session, we went on to see Scottish stand-up comedy show, and here are some glimpses from that show.
Alright, Slim Shady, are you alright? Very good, right, anyway, right, let's get a wee idea of the dynamic in the room. So we got any Scottish people? No, of course we've got It's Tuesday night in Edinburgh, that just doesn't fucking exist, right? Okay then. So, we're gonna have some people that might struggle with the accents this evening. I'll tell you what we'll do. It's an international audience. What I want to do is when I count to 3, I want you all to shout out and say hello in your language. Alright? Can you do that? And if you're American, go yeehaw or some shit like that. Alright? Can we cope with the pressure? Alright, are you gonna manage this? Right, 3, 2, 1. What was that? Oh, good day. Fucking hell. I thought it was like Gdansk, and I said, oh, word. Like an Eastern European guy, it was good day. To be fair, you can tell you're Australian is why you're dressed like you're going to climb fucking Kilimanjaro or something. This is literally the warmest day in Edinburgh so far, my friend. Right, so we got Australians, you're from the cultured part of Australia. There's no such fucking thing. Doesn't exist. Where is Australia?
Melbourne.
Melbourne, right, okay, maybe where was some of the, I didn't hear any because there was a while there when you were pretending to be Canadian, wasn't it? Yeah. You'd ask if there's any Americans in this meek little hand who just come up and just leave apologetically like that. And then we fucking, I feel like we're now that after Brexit, aren't we British people? Sorry, what's your name, American laddie?
Gavin.
Gavin, yeah. Alright, where are you from in America, Gavin?
Washington State.
Washington fucking State, Gavin. I love it, yeah. That's where like grizzly bears are snatching salmon in rivers and all that shit, right?
Exactly.
There. You're fucking enthusiastic as shit. You need to work on your misery if you want to fit it around here, Gavin. Like that level of it. It's funny, you know what, Gavin? You actually remind me of, like, I remember I played this American guy at pool a few years ago, Gavin, right? And see when like you play your mates at pool in Scotland, Gavin, right? Like, if you make a pot, they might like grunt begrudgingly. Do you know what I mean? Like, or if you miss a pot, they'll be like, way, get it round you, like that, right? I played this American guy at pool, Gavin, right? And even if I missed a shot, this American guy was like, hey buddy, that was real close. You nearly made that shot. And my self-esteem went fucking through the roof, Gavin. Have any other Americans in?
So that was it for today. I finished my day with the comedy show, which was quite good for £4. The comedy was quite amazing, and so that was it. We saw Castle, and then we saw Gallery, Cathedral, and we did whiskey tasting, which was quite amazing, interesting thing to do in Scotland. If you do drink alcohol, obviously. If you're not, you can just still, if you want to try it, you can try it. And the comedy show was a cream on top. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. That was for the day 1. So good night, see you later, bye bye.